Hi friends, how are you? I hope your preparation is going on in very good. During this lockdown time, we are going to start our channel once again. So here, before starting the class, I would like to request all of you, please support our channel by subscribing and don't forget to like our channel. So here, in this class, we are going to discuss about the nomenclature of cyclic compounds. Nomenclature of cyclic compounds. So here before starting the nomenclature of cyclic compounds, so here we should know some terms. What is the suffix, what is the prefix we are using in this nomenclature. So the mainly the suffix what we are using is an, in, and ein. These are the suffixes we are using. Whereas in case of prefix, one and only prefix we are using, that is nothing but cyclo. The one and only prefix we are using is a cyclo. Let us discuss some examples. So here the name of this compound is, here it is 5 carbon atoms, 5 carbon atoms, hence it is pentane. But it is cyclic in nature, that's why we have to give a prefix cyclopentane. So here double bond is there, that's why instead of an we have to use ene, cyclopentene. The name of this compound is cyclopentene. Coming to next one, so here three carbons are there, hence it one is cyclopropane. Cyclopropane. Here four are there, hence the name of this one is cyclobutane. Cyclobutane. Here five are there, hence this one is cyclopentane. Because pent stands for five, that's why cyclopentane. Similarly, this one will become cyclohexane. For example, if I give a double bond here, in this one if I give a double bond, hence the name will be become cyclobutene. Cyclobutene. Yeah, that's a suffix in here. Why? Because here double bond is there. So there are some rules are there. Let us discuss one by one. Here, two or more alkyl or other substituents, two or more alkyl or other substituents are present. The positions are identified by using alphabetical order. By using which one? Alphabetical order. As per the lowest sum rule. Here we have to follow two rules. The first one is alphabetical rule. The second one is lowest sum rule. We are following these two rules. Let us discuss some examples. So here this one, if you go anywhere, the position is same. So 1 and 4. So as a result, here the substituent is methyl group. Here the substituent is propyl group. So why I given number 1 here only? Why? Because as per the alphabetical order, if you consider M and P, the first letter is M. So that's why I given the number for the methyl only, first number. So hence the name of this one is 1-methyl 4-propyl cyclohexane, 1-methyl 4-propyl cyclohexane. That is the name of this compound. Hope you understand. So why? Because here you can go anywhere. The numbering from here, here 1, here 4, you may go this one. But I follow this order only as per the alphabetical order rule. So coming to the next one, here this one is here a methyl substituent, here an ethyl substituent. If you go any order, if you go in this one and 2 you will get. If you go in this direction, here 1, here 2, but I follow this one only. Why? Because among these two, ethyl and methyl, the first letter is G. Hence, the name of this compound is 1-ethyl 3-methyl cyclopropane. Here, for example, this one. Here, this one is ethyl substituent. These are the methyl substituents. Two methyls are there. So if you go for as per alphabetical order, E and M, you will get positions 1, 2, 3. And the sum is 1 plus 3 plus 3, you will get 7. Whereas if you go in another direction like this, if you give the numbers 1, 2, 3, and you will get 1 plus 1 plus 3, 1 plus 1 plus 3. Here you will get 1 plus 1 plus 3, that means 2 plus 3, 5. So as per the lowest sum rule, the 5 is preferred, hence you have to follow the numbering in this direction. So the name of this compound is 3-ethyl. 3-ethyl. Why I written 3-ethyl first instead of 1-dimethyl? Why? Because as per the alphabetical order, first I have to write ethyl. So 3-ethyl 1, 1 dimethyl 3-ethyl 1, 1 dimethyl cyclohexane. Here what we follow? Here we follow lowest sum rule also. So I hope you understand. As per the lowest sum rule, we are following this one. So coming to the next one. Here, the ring contains equal or more number of carbon atoms. The ring contains equal or more number of carbon atoms. Then it should be named as alkyl cycloalkane. Alkyl cycloalkane. Let us discuss with an example here. This ring contains, the ring contains 6 members, whereas the side chain contains how many numbers? 5. Side chain contains 5 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon atoms. Side chain contains 5 carbon. So here ring contains equal or more. Here ring contains more number of carbon atoms. Here I told you if you have to follow the rule alkyl cycloalkane. So here what is your alkyl? This one is the side chain is your alkyl. So this one is ring. So here it should be named as 2-pentyl. Why I written here 2-pentyl? Why? Because here this one is 5-membered ring. Here root word is pent. But to this pentane in the second position, here in the second position, the ring was attached. That's why I written a suffix here 2-pentyl. 2-pentyl. So here 2-pentyl, who is attached to this second position? Cyclohexane. Hence the name is 2-pentyl cyclohexane. Hope you understand. So coming to the next one, here the ring contains 5-membered ring. Ring is 5-membered ring, whereas the side chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side chain contains 5. So both are equal here. Both are equal. Okay. Here in this case also we have to follow alkyl cycloalkane. But here what is our alkyl group? 5-membered pentyl. To this pentyl, at which carbon it was attached? First position. Hence here we have to give a suffix 1-pentyl cyclo. What is the ring size? 5. 5 means pentane. Cyclopentane. 1-pentyl cyclopentane. That is the name of this compound. So coming to the next one. Here ring has 6 carbon atoms. Ring has 6 carbon atoms, whereas the side chain contains 3 carbon atoms only. Side chain contains 3 carbon atoms only. And so how can I name this one? Here in the side chain, this is the numbering 1, 2, 3. At the first position, the cyclohexyl ring was attached. And the name of this compound is 1-propyl cyclohexane. That's the name of this compound. 1-propyl cyclohexane. Here, come the next one. If the ring has lesser number of carbon atoms, what we have to do? So then we should follow cycloalkyl alkane. We should follow cycloalkyl alkane. How it will be? For example, here in this case, ring has 3 carbon atoms. whereas the side chain contains 5 carbon atoms. Side chain contains 5 carbon atoms. Here ring has lesser number of carbon atoms than the side chain. Then what I told you, cycloalkyl alkane. Here what is our cycloalkyl group? Cyclopropyl. Why? Because 3 carbon atoms are there. Hence this one is given as cyclopropyl. But this cyclopropyl is attached at which carbon atom? Second carbon atom. Hence 2 cyclopropyl, 2 cyclopropyl. So what is the name, root word of the side chain? Alkane, that means 5-membered alkane. So pentane, 2 cyclopropyl pentane, that is the name of this compound. Coming to the next one. Here ring contains 4-membered ring. Ring is 4-membered chain ring. Whereas side chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side chain is 5. Whereas ring is lesser number. So hence here the cyclobutyl ring was attached at which carbon atom? First carbon atom. Hence it should be named as 1 cyclobutyl pentane. 1 cyclobutyl pentane. That is the name of this compound. Here you should follow the trick is which one is lesser number should be written first than the more number of one. The more number should be followed by the less number. That's the order, irrespective of the size. If the ring has more number of carbon atoms, then you should write ring should be followed by the side chain. If the side chain has more number of carbon atoms, then you have to write the side chain followed by the ring. That's the shortcut to remember these two rules. So coming to the next one. If the side chain contains a multiple bond means a double bond or a triple bond. So or a functional group. Functional groups are such as aldehyde, ketone, or whatever it may be the functional group. Then the alicyclic is considered as substituent irrespective of the size of the ring. The alicyclic is considered as a substituent irrespective of the size of the ring. So for example, here I have taken. Here it contains a multiple bond, that is nothing but a double bond. A double bond. So here ring is more number of carbon atoms. Ring has 4 carbon atoms, but the side chain has only 2 carbon atoms, but it contains a double bond. Hence, this ring should be considered as a substituent. Ring is considered as a substituent. So here 1, 2. So at the second position, the cyclobutyl ring was attached. Hence, it should be named as 2 cyclobutyl, 2 cyclobutyl ethane, 2 cyclobutyl ethene. That's the name of this compound. So here the ring was attached at the second position. That's why I have written here 2 cyclobutyl ethene. Whereas coming to the next one, here the ring contains both the double bond, that means here a double bond is there, here a functional group is there, that functional group is nothing but a ketone. Functional group is nothing but a ketone. So here what we have to do? Here in this case we have to follow among this double bond and functional group. The functional group is more pair, that's why I given number 1, 2, 3, 4. Here at the fourth position this ring was attached. 4 cyclobutyl. This one will become 4 cyclobutyl. 4 cyclobutyl. But what is the side chain here? This side chain contains a double bond at third position and one ketone at second position. Hence, 4 cyclo, here not butyl, pentyl. 4 cyclopentyl. 4 cyclopentyl. 4 cyclopentyl. 5-membered ring. Here as it is 5-membered ring, should be 4 cyclopentyl. Here the ring side chain is butane, that means but 3 in but 3 in to one. Why? Because here with 3 in, the third position contains a double bond. Here a third position, it contains a double bond, and the second position contains here a third position, here a double bond is here, and in the second position a keto group is here. That's why I written here 4-cyclopentyl with 3 in 2 one. That's the name of this compound. Here coming to the next one. If more than one acyclic ring is attached, that means two rings are attached like this. Here two rings are attached. Then what we have to do? So here, then it should be treated as a cycloalkyl alkane, irrespective. Here something is wrong. Irrespective of the number of carbon atoms. So for example, here these are the cyclobutyl rings. So cyclobutyl rings, but this one is attached to the a single bond, a single carbon atom, that is nothing but methane. So let us write this one as like this: H H. Here a cyclobutane ring. Here one more cyclobutane ring. So this can be written as like this. So hence it can be written as 1,1-dicyclobutyl methane. Simply I can written as 1,1-dicyclobutyl methane. That's the name of this compound, 1,1-dicyclobutyl methane. So why I have written like this? Here these two cyclobutyl rings, here these two cyclobutyl rings are attached to this methane carbon atom. That's why I written 1,1-dicyclobutyl methane. So coming to here, the numbering 1, 2, 3. The parent chain is propane. So for the propane, at the first position, at the first position and third position, these rings are attached. Hence, it should be written as 1, 3 di. Di means 2. Di. Cyclo. Which ring is 5-member ring? 5-member ring means pentyl. Dicyclopentyl propane. That's the name of this compound. 1, 3 dicyclopentyl propane. So coming to the next one, here this one also same type of compound, but the ring was changed. Here 5-member ring, here 6-member ring. This one is a 6-member ring. So here the numbering should be given as like this: 1, 2, 3. You can go in this direction also, no problem. Why? Because it is a what we call symmetrical compound. So here the numbering is like this: 1, 2, 3. Here in the first position and third position, cyclohexyl rings are attached. As the name is 1, 3 dicyclohexyl propane. That's the name of this compound. 1, 3 dicyclohexyl propane. Coming to next one. If the double bond or triple bond and some other substituents are present in the ring, then the numbering such a way that the double bond gets the lowest number as per the rule what we are discussed in alkanes, like that. Similarly, the double bond should get which lowest number. The double bond should get lowest number. That's the rule here, lowest number. So here, let us discuss with an example. Here, this is the example. Here in this case, the double bond should get lowest number. That's why 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the numbering. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here what we go for here, the name should be cyclohexane. So in this cyclohexane, the first and sixth position contains a methyl group. 1, 6 dimethyl, 1, 6 dimethyl cyclohexene, 1, 6 dimethyl cyclohexene. So here it is the correct one. So it is a small exception of lowest sum rule. So generally what we are thinking that one here the numbering should be like this. How it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you go in this way, the numbering, the subsequent positions are 2 plus 3, 5. Here the subsequent position is 1 plus 6, 7. So here it should be lowest sum rule. But we thought that this one is a correct, but this one is not correct. Why? Because here the double bond numbering should be like this only. Why? Because here it is a more more substituted double bond. Here more substituted double bond should get more priority than this one. Let's say the numbering should not be like this. So it is some exceptional case in the lowest sum rule. In the lowest sum rule, you should keep in your mind this type of questions. There is a possibility of asking this type of questions in numerical also. What is the sum of the substituent locants, like this? So here the sum of the substituent locants is 7, not here 5. Why? Because it's an exceptional case of the lowest sum rule. So I hope all of you friends understand the concept what we are discussing in this video. So thank you all of you. So I request all of you, don't forget to subscribe my channel. So if you had any doubt, comment on the comment box, but don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.